I make this video with the understanding that all of human history connects together. Every idea and memory we have as a human collective comes from somewhere out in the vastness of space. All points of light connect together, therefore all information connects together too. As Da Vinci once said, learn to see how everything is connected to everything else. Well, I took those words to heart, and this is the secret that made him a brilliant inventor and visionary on Earth. There is a deep connection between the Pleiadians and the Tuatha De Danann I can no longer ignore, but it has been following me around to acknowledge and also help other souls connect the dots. On Facebook, there are a few groups that are for Pleiadian, Tuatha De Danann, and elves. You won't find them unless you look for it, but it is there. I personally belong to a Celtic Pleiadian group right now because my father has Celtic ancestry from Great Britain a long time ago. These few groups claim that, like other ancient civilizations, Pleiadians have landed and stayed in Ireland and taught the ancient Celts some ancient elven wisdom and magic. I believe it. I did a book review on a book called The Elves of Canada, How the Pleiadians Taught Me How to Live, Love, and Laugh Again, by Joel Blanchard. And the author speaks about his experience of meeting a mysterious race of elf-like aliens known as the Pleiadians, which are really Pleiadians as we know today. They are living in hidden communities in the forests and valleys, much like Rivendell in The Lord of the Rings. It is a fascinating ebook, and I will put the link below for you. I can actually believe when someone says that the Pleiadians are actually here on Earth today and have been living with us for quite some time. I feel it in my heart. My father has this ancestry with his strange starry nature as well. And I have heard Pleiadians live in Switzerland because they never actually left, but decided to help bring forth more greener ideas and liberation to Earth's governments. You can tell Switzerland is advanced in many ways to other parts of the world. Part of this is because of a Pleiadian influence over there. I also sense Pleiadians in Canada, as that book suggested, and Northern California, hiding out in communes near the Red Forests. Some have even suggested Mount Shasta is a home of them in the underground caverns in California. I also believe Pleiadians are in Ireland, Iceland, Greenland, Australia, South Africa, and South America. Pertaining to the Tuatha De Danann, it is an interesting connection to the Pleiades muses of Greek mythology. It is said of the myth that one day the great hunter Orion saw the Pleiades as they walked through the Boeotian countryside and fancied them. He pursued them for 7 years until Zeus answered their prayers for delivery and transformed them into doves, placing them among the stars. The important manuscript, the Annals of the Four Masters, records that the Tuatha De Danann ruled Ireland from 1897 BC to 1700 BC. Very short amount of time. This particular race of elven-like beings is said to be beautiful invaders that appeared out of nowhere, descending from the sky, entering the coast of Ireland from a mist of fog, wanting to rule Ireland and bring forth a new age there. And they did for a short time. They are often characterized as gods or goddesses, like advanced elfin beings with magic and higher wisdom. They taught humans. They are described as tall or graceful, strong, and worshipped many different aspects of the prime creator. One in particular, a god Agnes of art and beauty, is said that his kisses turns to singing birds, and that the music from the lyre draws all who hear it to his side. This could easily connect to the Lyra constellation that is said to be the original home of the Pleiadian beings. According to the legends, the new rulers of Ireland were a civilized and cultured people, unlike the brutish ones before called the Firbolg. The new skills and traditions that they introduced into Ireland were held in high regard by the people they conquered. They had 4 great treasures, or talismans, that demonstrated their skills. The first was the Stone of Fall, which would roar when a true king of Ireland stood on it. It was later placed on the hill of Tara, the seat of the High Kings of Ireland. The second was the magic sword of Nuada, which was capable of inflicting only mortal blows when used. The third was the slingshot of the sun god Laf, famed for its accuracy when used. The final treasure was the cauldron of Dagda, which was an endless supply of food issued. Just think about these items for a moment. These all sound like weapons we could have today or in the very near future of humanity with the advanced technology that we are gaining. Eventually, the Tuatha De Danann were banished to another dimension by a new race of invaders called the Pleiadians. The Tuatha De Danann were defeated and consigned to mythology. Legend has it that they were allowed to stay in Ireland, but only underground. Thus they became the bearers of the fairies of Ireland, consigned to the underworld where they became known as the Sidhe. It is also said that they could use portals around the world to travel, or at least could not be stopped by the great powers and skills that they had. These invisible portals or wormholes could be Stonehenge and other monolithic monuments or caves. There are some ancient manuscripts that say that even humans have disappeared, walking into their dimension, never to return. As it is often said about the land of Faerie being so mystical and beautiful that humans never want to leave on their own accord. It is also said in legends that one day the Tuatha De Danann will be back and bring with them the realms of light, of the Elven and Faerie energy once again. Many Irish and Elven souls who know about them have waited for the return to bring back their gifts they once gave to humanity. I have met so many Pleiadian souls who feel this strange connection to this legend, enough to make groups of them gathering like souls who feel the same. This is why your soul may resonate with the Pleiades as well as the elves. Many Pleiadians used to be elves on Earth at one point, including the Tuatha De Danann, that were defeated here, and instead of living underground in the hills like the Sidhe, they perhaps went to the stars, and some of you, like me, are incarnated souls from this race of beings, here to learn and to guide humanity once again. That very well could be your story, and it could explain the deeper connection that those who resonate with the Pleiades also feel a connection to the Tuatha De Danann. Perhaps a legend did come true, and they did come back, and Billy Meyer may have been one of the first ones to witness that return. And now they are here to stay. And if you look around the world, you may see their influence and their way of bringing back that elven and fairy energy. As far as the Tolkien connection with Lord of the Rings, there's no doubt in my mind that J.R.R. Tolkien used this reference to elevate his elves from the ones of the old folktales and legends of mischievous little beings that trick humans. Instead, he brought forth once again, the legend of the Tuatha De Danann and the she-elves of the mounds, graceful, elegant beings that were here to help humanity, but also were very separate from the human priorities on Earth, and so they divided themselves. This is a very similar story to the elves of Lord of the Rings, who felt that humans have lost their touch with nature and have decided to war amongst each other. And so they retreated into their own little homes like Rivendell or Lothlorien, and they were only there to guide humans when they really truly got into trouble. And this is exactly how we see the Tuatha De Danann. And now, today, in 2018, we are getting those same messages to help humans realize their true divine inner nature and what they are really truly capable of doing and accomplishing on Earth together. It's the same messages over and over until humanity starts to get it. And hopefully we are in the times of our great awakening in which the majority of humanity will start to understand. And then we can move into a brighter future of a new Earth together. Han and Lei for listening, and I hope to see you on the next video.